How to break sugar addiction. There are 7 most effective steps to help you stop eating sugar. Eating excess sugar in our daily meals is literally killing us. It may not show, but on the inside, it is slowly but steadily causing huge damages to our health. This threat becomes a lot worse when we are hooked on sugar. Watch this video to the end and share it with your friends to help extend lives. Number 1. Research on food substitutes that stimulate feel-good hormones. When you ingest sugar, brain receptors such as dopamine are positively affected and gives you a feel-good effect. These dopamine receptors are found all over the brain and are very sensitive. Drugs like heroin cause a deluge of dopamine, giving that feeling of pleasure. Now, can you guess what else causes a similar experience? If your guess is sugar, then you are absolutely correct. Sugar also surges the level of dopamine in the brain. Although it's not as much as with heroin, the amount is still considerate. However, too much sugar causes a change in the brain and behavior as well. It affects the brain by leading it to an overdrive, which leads to a loss of control, cravings, and increased tolerance to sugar. Apparently, it will be extremely difficult to totally avoid what your brain has started to crave. However, what if I tell you that you can get this feel-good effect from other foods while totally avoiding sugar? Amazing, right? Various studies have shown that there are different foods that increase levels of feel-good hormones other than sugar. A very good example is whey proteins, which make the majority of the protein found in milk. There are many other healthy foods that you can consume frequently to help satisfy your cravings. Conduct good research on them and contact your doctor for more recommendations. Number 2, control your environment. If you are battling addiction, one very important step to take is to clean up your surroundings and get rid of any sugary temptation in the environment you stay in frequently. Rid your house and office of the candy jar, including that old Halloween candy hanging by the corner. Make healthier replacements to these sugary temptations. Eating excess sugar affects the brain by enhancing reward mechanisms, which is the main reason why it can be very difficult to break the habit. During research, lab rats were given sucrose, and their reaction was wanting more of it and even self-feeding themselves wherever they found it in their cage. This behavior is also common with humans. This is proven by the fact that when you are taking a liking to sugar, even simply sighting it in your surroundings can draw you to take a taste, sometimes even unconsciously. If a good amount of sugar is to be present within your reach, there is a very high chance that you'll end up eating a very high amount of it. Cleaning your environment might take quite the effort, but if you're battling addiction, it's worth it, right? Definitely. Remember that even if you can't always control the environment you find yourself in, you can control the one you frequent at least. Number 3, do not substitute real sugar with artificial sweeteners. This particular step is a very important one, as many people tend to do quite the opposite. This is because of the fact that artificial sweeteners have been seen as a great and common way of giving our foods the desired sweetness without gaining excess calories. They are beneficial in so many ways, but recent studies have proven that artificial sweeteners in fact alter the way our body metabolizes sugar. During studies, lab rats given artificial sweeteners ended up eating a lot more calories throughout the day. The research later concluded that confusion is caused between the gut and the brain due to the ingestion of artificial sweeteners. Although these studies are related more specifically to weight, it also proves just how much artificial sweeteners contribute to sugar addiction. Although it may help you avoid real sugar, it really is just the same as replacing cigarettes with cigars in a bid to break your smoking habit. Apparently, you'll still be getting the sweetness you crave, so you've really not broken your sugar addiction. There is a very high chance that you will eventually go back to real sugar. Therefore, if your goal is to permanently break sugar addiction and overcome all the cravings, it is best to dispose of the mentality of using artificial sweeteners in place of real sugar. Number 4, improve your sleeping habit. When battling sugar addiction, it is very important that you sleep 7 to 9 hours every night, while always sleeping and waking up at the same time. Also avoid caffeinated beverages in the evening and make sure you sleep only on your bed. This is definitely great news for sleep lovers. Earlier we spoke about dopamine playing a vital role in addiction to sugar and breaking free from it. We have also seen that an alternative method of increase in dopamine can serve as a good step forward to resisting cravings for sugar. Studies have shown that a large level of dopamine is released in the morning when we wake up, and by nightfall is drastically decreased when it's time to sleep. This rhythm is natural and occurs every time, except the person is lacking sleep. Being deprived of sleep causes a significant reduction of dopamine levels in the morning. Studies have also proven that we are less likely to resist sugary treats when we are sleep deprived. This is due to the fact that at this point, reward activation centers are greater and it becomes a lot more difficult to reject a candy bar, even if you do not really need it. More studies have proven that having a good sleep circle will play a great role in determining whether you succumb to a late-night craving or not. The bottom line is that if you are making good efforts to stay away from sugar, you just might be wasting your time if you are not getting enough sleep. Number 5, always have healthy snacks nearby. Keeping healthy snacks on hand at all times can be of great help if you have a severe sugar addiction. For instance, when driving, a person suffering from sugar addiction can come across an ice cream shop and drive into the parking lot to get a treat without even realizing it. These impulses are common with sugar addicts and can be greatly reduced if there was a pack of peanuts, raisins, or any other healthy snack in the person's glove compartment. Another example can be having an apple or a bag of healthy popcorn in your purse or bag at all times. All these come in handy whenever you start to feel an irresistible craving for sugar. In such a situation, you can easily just bring out your snack and take a bite. If this becomes a habit over time, you'll see noticeable results in your quest to stop eating sugar. You must, however, try your best to control these snacks, and it is equally very important to make use of only healthy snacks so you don't end up hurting yourself or causing another problem while trying to solve one. Another interesting option that falls under this step is chewing gum regularly. Studies have proven that chewing gum hourly and for at least 3 hours in the afternoon time greatly decreases one's cravings for sugar. It is a very interesting tactic which only requires you to get a healthy chewing gum, and positive results are assured. Number 6, eat fruits. If you substitute your sugary substances for certain fruits, you can get the sweet hits you need while your craving is put in place. Eat fruits like grapefruit, lime, lemons, berries, kiwi fruit, pear, rhubarb, honeydew melon, etc. Fruit contains fructose, which is a form of its sugar, but it metabolizes in a different way than the typical sugar, while maintaining a satisfying taste at that. However, narrow down your consumption to selected fruits and go for quality rather than quantity, as eating too much puts you at the risk of increased body fat, hence type 2 diabetes. You can eat a small piece of fruit or two a day depending on the type of fruit. Fruits are known to be sweet naturally, but they are a great source of many beneficial compounds and fiber. Warning: at this point, you should be very careful to avoid processed sugar, such as biscuits, donuts, soft drinks, etc., as it could easily shoot up your sugar level. It is highly recommended that you select your fruits wisely and mix them with a good quantity of vegetables so you can get great nutrition without overloading your liver. Avoid dried fruits such as raisins, dried apricots, dried cranberries, etc., cherries, and fruit juices. This is because dried fruits have an increased level of concentration of sugar. Number 7, avoid fat-free products and manage your magnesium levels. Fat is a very powerful weapon for releasing sugar addiction. Increase your intake of fat products. Always ensure your salad dressings, peanut butter, and all other similar products are of the full fat variety. They contain monosaturated fats, which will boost your overall sense of satisfaction, helping you to stay away from sugar even better. Fat plays an important role in breaking sugar addiction in various ways. First, it boosts the level of serotonin, a feel-good hormone, keeping you in a good mood and helping you stay motivated, therefore keeping you on track with healthy eating. As a bonus, fats also regulate blood sugar levels. When consumed in good quantity, they boost our resistance to extreme food desires as well as blood sugar fluctuations. While fat-free foods are seen by many to be better, in reality, such food not only has fats taken out of them, but has a good quantity of sugar taken into them. These products are sold on the basis of fat-free and not sugar-free. Therefore, any amount of sugar can be expected in them, which is not good, especially if you're battling addiction. Another alternative that has been proven by research to tackle cravings for chocolate, in particular, is an increase in the level of magnesium. Some cravings, especially chocolate, are common for people with a deficiency in magnesium. Therefore, contact your doctor to check your magnesium level and to assist you in keeping it in check always. You can increase your magnesium level and put an end to these cravings by eating large quantities of legumes, nuts, tofu, and dark leafy greens, which are all rich in magnesium. What exactly is wrong with sugar, you may be tempted to ask? Well, everything. The only use sugar has is making things taste better. It has absolutely no nutritional value at all, and is in fact full of empty calories. These calories are not only associated with weight problems, but put you at an increased risk of heart disease and stroke. And that's just the only physical downsides. Your body should get only about 10% or less of its total daily calories from added sugar. Anything above that becomes an excess that is not only useless to you, but harmful as well. If you're hooked on sugar or addicted to it, you should make use of the aforementioned 7 proven steps to help you stop eating sugar. In conclusion, remember that sugar addiction is a serious condition that can lead to many complications and diseases, such as diabetes, if left unattended. By making smarter food choices, you can extend your life today.